Two-factor authentication ensures that only you can ever log in to your Cloudflare account, even if someone else discovers your password. So why is two-factor authentication so important? Well, if you use just your email and your password to log in, which is fairly normal practice on most websites, but you need to understand that if someone gets to know your password, then they can log in from anywhere in the world. And there's many popular techniques that people can use to get to know your password. For instance, if you're using the same password at different websites, or if someone manages to install some key logging software on your desktop. Let's have a look at how the Cloudflare login normally works. I'm just going to log off for a moment. And it will take me back to the login screen. And you can see here it's asking me for a username or an email address and my password and nothing else. So I could log in from this machine, or someone else who knew my password could be logging in from another country, anywhere around the world. And that would give them complete control over all my websites, potentially enabling them to steal the websites and all the domains that are attached. So I'll log back in and show you how exactly with two-factor authentication we can prevent this from happening. So log back into your account, then scroll down to My Profile, and you'll be presented with your profile screen with several options. About halfway down the page, you'll see Two-Factor Authentication section. In here, you'll see three options. You can either use Google Auth app, Authy, or TOTP. The simplest option is to use Google Auth. I also use Authy across a lot of my sites, but for this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use the very popular Google Auth app. So what you need to do first of all is go to your phone, whether it be Android or iPhone, and that's the key to this whole process, and download an app called Google Authenticator. So I'll give you a second to do that now. Pause the video. Once you've got that installed on your phone, either from the iTunes App Store or from the Google Android Web Store, then you'll see an option to begin setup within the app. We're going to click the Use Google Auth button here, and you'll see we've got a QR code popping up on the screen. So make sure you've got your app open on your phone. So I've got my app open here on my phone. You can't see this obviously, but I've got it, and I click Begin Setup, and then I click Scan Barcode option, and my camera opens up. And then I point it at the QR code on the screen, and then you can see mine's giving me now a 6-digit code, which I need to type into this box here. This should be unique for everyone. It's also timed. Oh, mine's just gone red, so it regenerates every 30 seconds. So you have to make sure you've got enough time to type it in. So you may want to copy the two-factor backup code as well. So I highly recommend that you cut and paste this particular code here. Just save it to a file or email it to yourself so it's stored in your inbox somewhere so you can use that in case you ever lost your phone. So verify the code. There you go. Two-factor authentication with Google Authenticator is now enabled. So now see what happens if I log out of my account. So going back to the login screen. And you can see here, again, it's asking me for my usual password and username. So I'll make sure I got the right password here. Click Remember Me, click Login. Whereas last time it took me to my account, this time it's taking me to a two-factor authentication window. It's asking me again for a code. So what I need to do is go to my phone, look at the code for the Cloudflare entry, type in the code, which has changed since last time, because it changes every 30 seconds. Click Remember This Computer, so it won't ask me again for a code for another 30 days or so. Click Login, and it should allow me into my account. So that now means not only do I need to know my password for the account, I need to also have this physical phone with me. So anyone else around the world may have my password, but unless they've got this physical phone generating these codes, then they still can't get into my account. And that's two-factor authentication. You need two factors to be able to authenticate correctly and get into your account. And that makes it very, very secure. It adds a physical presence to your actual login process.